with this up against challenger teams. They now won against Sovereign SG. This time around against Absolute Zero. So if they win this one, then okay, I think the momentum will be there, and we'll see the gameplay so far. So Vincent on the Hayabusa, he did it pretty good. So there you go. The split push is there. The assassin meta can be executed very well for the side of evil, and we have to take note that that was Flash yesterday.
Yeah.
So that was the top tier team.
Which will be coming up next as well.
Oh yeah. Exactly. Let's see. This would be a prior ban for AZ for that Hayabusa.
Everyone's banning first pick Matilda against AZ.
Rapidot's good.
Everyone is just... They just do not want to mess with their Matilda. They don't want that kind of gameplay, that kind of composition to come back out. Like the easy to pull off compositions.
Yeah.
So maybe we can look at some other ways of easy to pull off composition that does not involve Matilda in this case.
Okay, okay, I can see that the ban on Matilda, because as you can see the lineups we are seeing so far, Abstract is more on combo.
It's
So,
very
like,
combo style.
Yeah, combo with that guiding wind is just shutting off that strategy. Yes,
mechanism,
yes. So yeah, Matilda. I think anyone, any team, not only AZ, Matilda is a ban-worthy hero, especially in this current patch.
Exactly.
Chip also has been taken out, but I want to see the Louis though again.
Louis
It
again.
was the gameplay that AZ
pulled off.
yes,
Yes.
correct. But why not pick it again though? I mean, they put it through. It was great.
I think there are two caveats. In order for you to really pull off a Loi, you need to have your it really also is to look at your opponents, because we are looking at a roamer and the mage. For me, I feel that if you want to pick up a Loi, it's either one of their mage or their roamer has to have weak clear. The moment that either one, if the both of them have strong clears, then Loi probably would not be a very good idea, because you will be lagging behind, and there's really not much that you can do in terms of the early game influence to the other lanes.
Okay, you do have a surprise attack pickups here, but your lane is gonna be vulnerable. Indeed. So okay, fair enough. So
is it worth it?
Is it worth it? That's the thing as well.
To lose lane presence for that pocket pick.
Okay.
In fact, I wouldn't even call it a pocket pick now. I think it's just
situational.
Situational, yeah, situational pick that works in very cheesy ways per se.
Okay then. So, Phobius has been banned. Well, we haven't seen a Phobius banned in our previous matches for a while. Oh yes. I want to see Lucas, man.
Right?
I want to see the potential of Lucas. Is he really that overpowered?
He just have a lot of base damage. Yes!
Okay, Lucas!
Lucas!
It's gonna be Lucas.
Lucas! If it's not Lucas, I'm
Vincent
going to
is-
go down to Bukit Panjang Plaza and just strangle one of them. Lucas! Very likely it's gonna be Carrot that I'm gonna be strangling anyways. Lucas!
Hey! No, I don't think so.
No, it shouldn't be.
I tremble. Tremble.
Clip LaFell's voice.
Yeah.
Tremble. I have no idea.
I
what
don't
does it.
think so.
No lah, but
No la. No la. Yeah, Lucas,
lah.
man. Lucas.
Tariff?
Oh,
Lucas?
Lucas. Why not Lucas?
I mean, I like Lucas.
Why not Lucas?
Why not Lucas? Indeed, why not Lucas? So
Okay,
now
huh?
AZ can pick up the Lucas.
Oh, is it not the comfort pick?
There you
Go! Go pick it! Okay, they already picked it. So, AZ with the Lucas. I think this is the comeback that they are want to have here in this challenger stage. They have 2 losses in a row. They want to have a comeback on their own. With this Lucas being picked, they had now meta advantage against Team Evil. But maybe this is a bait from Team Evil. I don't know. Do they know how to counter a Lucas?
Your team is picking.
Well, there's Valentina.
Okay.
More or less, back then if you're looking at like Lucas EXP, CC would be a very good answer. But now that Lucas is mostly seen in the jungle,
Jungle, yes.
so might as well just go for the Valentina. And if you actually pick it up, the opponents actually go for the Valentina, technically going for a Luoyi onto the side of AZ would make sense now. Because it's a very comical hero, in order for you to just kind of go in the wave clear. Luoyi can actually make it so much more difficult for the Valentina to clear just because of the way those two skills interact. There are small little cones after,
Yeah.
at least for Luoyi, small little cone afterwards, right?
Okay.
They actually go for CC. Huh. Okay. Because there's high loss as well. Okay, so I'm fine with that. I'm actually fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually fine with that. But
Great
that makes
chase.
things even more technically difficult for AZ to kind of think, because they would have thought that the Valentina would be the guaranteed pick coming in from Evil. So now now the ball is on the court of AZ. Do we want to give the Valentina or nah? With the fact that they picked up the Gatokacha, I will say no.
No, yep.
They are just gonna ban out the Valentina. Since this is the last pick, might as well. You're not gonna pick up Valentina? Fine. I'll take I'll take my Gatokacha. Goodbye to Valentina.
Yeah. That
So
is
now
true.
you have no counter for my both my heroes.
Plus, I think Team Evil here really lacks the crowd control as well. Yeah, you do have the chase, you do have the damage, but to hold enemy teams in place, we need someone. I mean, I miss powerful stick rail. I miss powerful stick rail.
Speaking of Tigreal, they actually banned
Ah,
Tigreal.
there. Okay, they banned the
Valentina is
Tigreal.
open.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta catch
Hey,
AOG.
I actually think that yeah,
They
I think
mix-
Valentina is still okay, because now one of the other thing that I'm afraid of is picking up a mage that is damage mage, because now they already have like what 3 players that deals magical damage, so they're lacking in utility. They have right now 0 form of crowd control, 0 form of stuns, and I think that AZ is just looking into what Evil really wanted to do, because even right now, I kind of scratch my head. I personally would not go for the CC. I just go straight for the Valentina. It's
Yeah.
a very solid answer to dealing with the Lucas, because I can have my own Lucas.
Yep. Okay. Plus, you can have great ultimates as well. Situational ultimates if you want, like Glorious Pathway.
Yeah,
but-
you kind of dictate the
Sure.
opponent's next few picks, right? You kind of make them on the edge.
Okay, but can you with this lineup though, Amstrad? Can you stop the Lucas heavy engagement there? Yeah. Okay, sustainability wise, you have an Harith, you have CC, but the burst coming in from Lucas, we've seen the potential of the Lucas, man.
Lucas' problem would be mobility, actually. If the opponents have way too much mobility, which in this case is the Harith and the Joy, I think it makes sense for them to not be taken down by the Lucas that easily. But Evil, they actually have another plan in mind. They picked up the Loi for themselves,
1-1.
and they don't care about the Valentina. Valentina is completely just forgotten. They don't see the need. Evil just don't see the need.
Okay.
Because I did mention, I mean, it's mentioned before. Valentina is very comical as a mage. So I guess the Evil is just not very confident or wanting to, you know, put so much egg in the basket just to deal with a Lucas
Okay.
and lose the middle lane. They rather win the middle lane, it seems.
Okay, but their lineup is heavy committal themselves. Joy. I mean, Harith.
Very magic sided, right?
I think
Very magic sided. So
That's okay. That's one of the caveat. If you are going to double down with that Valentina, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
So Loi also okay. So if you ask me, Loi,
Loi.
do,
Joy.
okay, in your opinion, right? Do you see Loi more of her main role is more of utility or damage dealer?
I usually pick Louis because of her diversion.
Just because of diversion. Okay.
Yeah. Laning wise, yeah, you can poke,
Right,
but
okay.
really not that
It's
to have a kills, man.
Right.
I want to use Louis because of that diversion.
okay. Because at least for me, I'm kind of half-half. It feels as though whenever I'm watching the game, and even sometimes even playing the game, diversion is one thing that I always look out for. But
Yeah.
there's another thing that I need to open my eyes and not forget about. Is about the yin and yang stacks.
The stun.
The moment, because you played so much, sometimes you completely forgot about the fact that there are those stacks and even those indicators in the game telling you, okay, there's a stack there's a stack on this person, don't walk close to him. I still walk close to them anyways. And then we just like
Okay.
you know, and that is
All
actually
right.
some pretty damage. The
Yeah.
damage is actually very pretty. So it comes to the point that I feel that, you know, even for Loi, she's got some amazing damage.
Mhm.
Even though most people kind of look at Loi as more of a utility
Utility.
mage.
Okay.
But yeah,
Speaking of damage, though, I think the side of Team Evil here has enough. I mean, Joy
a lot
and
of magic.
yeah, that's a thing. I
Yeah, that's the
mean, plus the
problem.
Louis and Magic as well. So,
Mhm.
oh, speaking of which, right? It's a one-dimensional kind of lineup we are seeing here. Utility-wise, it's gonna be the Chill
Yeah,
or the
so
Team Evil.
I'm kind of thinking about the
Yeah.
itemizations for the Lucas. I think that in the early stages he shouldn't have a problem just kind of fast building into a Hunter Strike if he really wants to.
Okay.
Because most of the time we just go for the physical penetration one first. Then you
Malefic
go
Roar.
for the no,
Or
it's the physical penetration, the half build item. I forgot what it's called already, but
mm,
half build that, and then go to the War Axe so that you have a little bit more survivability and it's basically
okay.
good damage all the way through, right?
Mm,
But now I feel that there is a need to bring up your defenses more. So an Oracle. Oh wait, Oracle's changed. So
okay then. I mean, Team Evil, they are heavy magic
heavy
based
magic, yeah.
draft, but this magic potential is really strong in the early
Early
game.
game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So with this Louis diversion, they can take advantage of that one. Maybe get a pick-offs, but their wave clear and sieging capability is it enough though? Yeah, they have the Harith. Harith is one of a
Harith is pretty
faster.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Synchro Vision,
Yep.
the dashes from
Yep.
the Joy, Loi has got the little balls. I think it's pretty okay. I think if we want to talk about wave clear, technically speaking, they have better wave clear than Absolute Zero. The only one that have like the best wave clear aside from Novaria, Lucas.
Yeah.
Lucas actually wave clears pretty darn fast and pretty darn good, especially if you have built up your items.
Okay. So I'm just happy that we can see Lucas right now in action here in the
Yes,
second
not
day.
at all.
Yeah, none on the jungle, which we specifically highlighted that it's great to have Lucas in this role compared to the EXP. So damage is insane. That is why until now it was been almost 100% being banned.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I guess we can get an idea
Uh-huh.
why everyone is just banning him out.
Ben?
Right? It does seem like Van, surprisingly, he's the one that is having a little bit of an issue.
Woohoo!
He shouldn't. Or maybe technically he could have an issue because Synchro Vision can't exactly always hit. Like the tail end of the Synchro Vision can't always hit the 1-1, which would makes pretty good sense actually.
Okay, I think Vincent right now still trying to go for the level 4. So heavy committal here on the bot side. Salas must be very careful here. He's the target. You've seen the Inspire Battle spell has been used already here on the side of Salas.
Yeah.
And Van on that Harith. Usually having a Harith on the gold lane, you expect like under 6 minutes, 7 minutes, the tower is gone already there.
So
Okay.
Okay, not the taunt didn't really quite do much, but here we go. It does seem like we got None pushing himself all the way up to the top
Here!
lane. Here finds himself taken down by the hands of None, and goodbye to
Oh.
that. With None picking up the first kill, he still has got his Unleash the Beast if he really wanted to. So Team Evil, they gotta have to keep their eyes open.
Oh, look at Salas. Salas actually is doing pretty good against Van here. So, did not care. But, oh, Vendetta. Free gold flowing through. He's level 4 already. I think this is absolute zero turtle here in the game. No commitment. But they're trying to find some ways here!
Oh, Salas!
Yes, they did.
Goodbye to Salas after Van has been suffering down in the bottom lane for a long time. That is a 4-man commitment down to the bottom lane, while in the meantime, Gear taken
Oh.
down again. It does seem like Absolute Zero's, their priority is actually just shutting down Gear so that Vendetta will have a better time in lane, perhaps.
Oh.
I think this is just all about just giving Nan the farm. This is more about looking for the farms and knowing that Team Evil will be putting a lot of their resources down the bottom lane. So why bother wasting time in the bottom lane to try to go for kills when you have a more or less guaranteed one up top?
Yeah. And now Vincent managed to steal the blue buff as well against Absolute Zero. And then this, okay, small wins we are seeing here for the side of Team Evil. Now, so far, the combos that we are expecting for the side of Sailor on that Louis did its magic there while sacrificing, of course, the turtle here for the side of Absolute Zero. I think they need this more. Again, this we mentioned this one abstracted. The damage, magic damage lineup coming from Team Evil must be used as early as possible here. So they have the timer against them in this game.
It will fall off real quickly, right? And unfortunately, this kind of forces the opponents to pick up magic defense items. So that would mean that in the mid stages, Ven is a lot weaker than any form of Harif in any other games. Because you kind of force the opponents to pick up defensive items, right?
Yeah.
In other situations, you probably won't, you sometimes won't even pick up the magic defense items, and sometimes you would just, or maybe you sometimes just go for physical defense items first. But in this case, you're kind of forced to must use magical defense first.
Indeed. Oh, great isolation play here. Rapidots is the target. Oh, no damage.
No damage at all.
Is it the... if I can only see the itemizations here, I think Rapidots...
no,
he has committed Revitalize.
Oh, Revitalize.
Yeah.
Okay, that would make sense.
Okay.
Completely neutralize
Yep.
the amount of damage that he can deal.
I see. Now they are surrounding the turtle pit here. Absolute
Yeah.
Zero. Oh, the taunt.
I'm not too sure if whether he actually saw that or not, but it seems like he got
Oh
caught
my.
as Garukacha was right in front of him. He went into the pixel brush right in front of the turtle, and Gear just got caught with his pants down.
3 times in a row, Gear falls down. EXP is having a difficult time here for Team Evil, but okay, Sailor.
Unleash the QB. That is what Nun has been doing, and now Absolute Zero 1:4 with a 2,000 gold lead already.
Oh, AOG!
Oh no! Okay. Powerful with a quick little kick. It's not gonna do too much, but in fact, Absolute Zero now did manage to get a kill and of course push Powerful away.
Wow. Why give the Lucas? And now you can feel the Lucas power here. 302 for Nan. That is why it is 100% being banned. So Absolute Zero is happily taking this here into their side. Oh, look at this one. Oh, Rapidot. It has the vision. They are going to go for harassment here. It's actually Salas winning this lane time and time again, even though Harith has been picked here for the side of Team Evil.
It's a first pick Harith, right?
Yes, yes.
I would say it would technically still make sense. It's either a Harith or a Lucas kind of situation. So I don't I don't blame Evil for missing out on the Lucas. But in the meantime, that is going to be a pretty nice yin and yang reaction. While Nan with the Bijudama gets a kill down onto Gear pretty darn nicely. But unfortunately, Nan finds himself taken down in the end of the day, as now we quickly AOG. The Garukacha gets himself right out of the dodge.
Yeah, I think that was overcommitment here. But again, we've seen Nan having incredible damage in that situation. But still, 4 players are still up for Absolute Zero. That aggressive play coming in from the side of Absolute Zero actually makes Team Evil react more of the skirmishes here. Team Evil must now take advantage of this Louis' diversion play. It was only one time we have seen Abstract. Now they have become reactive here to Absolute Zero's engagements.
Actually, speaking of which, I don't see a lot of very aggressive diversions from Sailor at all, right? I think that they are just kind of taking their time. They don't have the snowball, which is probably the reason why they don't want to overcommit into a team fight by being behind the enemies. But in the meantime, there we go. We are Dragon connecting down on Nun. CC Immune gets himself right into Tail Beast form, and he is just ready. But unfortunately, he's gonna find himself taken down. Jungle's gone, but Salas, he's just gonna be up in the sky with crossbow of tank. No damage, no kill, but it's okay.
Alright, so in the end, it's still gonna be Team Evil securing the turtle buff here. Oh, going to die with the Zaman Force as well. But Absolute Zero, again, that was Nan being picked off as early in the skirmish play. So I think Nan should be wary of his timings on his beast form there. But Vincent is going to be the target.
Yep. He does have Beast Form. Went straight in and
Man.
slammed
That chase,
right
man.
down.
Lucas Beast Form chase is just very much OP. I mean,
Fast, right?
so fast.
Fast.
Bursty as well. And now the rest here of Team Evil going to go back, but AOG.
Not gonna do anything.
All right.
Open up that small little pixel brush though, so it does give a little bit of information from that point on. It's still pretty okay.
Yeah. Absolute zero. I think they're still doing pretty okay as well. So the middle chart of both teams still standing here, but not again. His ultimate is almost up. Oh, there you go. Heavy commitment. Oh, the stun.
Two-man knockup, but it is none and Rapidot. They got caught, but they are still very healthy. The rest of the members from inside Team Evil, despite losing powerful, they are still gonna be going in, and in fact, they hammered in onto Nan. Two men down from Absolute Zero, and now that's going back to stalemate for both sides as they withdrew the troops. Oh?
Okay, okay. Oh, no way. No way.
That is a very interesting choice.
Oh, Vincent! Why?
That is a very interesting choice.
Yeah, why? They're going to go for the beats here. Going for the chase. Oh, man. Same thing as Nan there. I'm not sure if Absolute Zero decides really to invade this blue buff a while ago without Nan's ultimate yet available. Plus, again, the decision of Salas there staying on the lane.
And
they have the vision.
Yeah, I think we're starting to see a little bit of, I suppose, gassing out coming in from both teams, maybe. Team Evil, that previous play was definitely not necessarily losing Vincent. And because of that, they lose the Lord.
Oh, man. This is really, really grave for Team Evil there. Giving up the Lord plus... But then again, Absolute Zero.
Reaction,
yeah.
This is chain reaction.
I thought that was the recovery from Team Evil we have seen. They have picked up Nan, they have picked up Salas on the top side, but Absolute Zero still managed to get the Lord. That's the thing. I thought they could secure that major objective, but
technically they could have. They really could have, but that unnecessary diversion that Vincent took, and also clearing up that wave, that means that he lacked some movements already. So kind of put him in a really tough spot from that point on.
Now, here we go. 5-man here in the middle lane was the Lord pushing through on the top side. AOJ! Oh.
Doesn't seem like it will be. Oh wait, Vincent coming out of the back!
Oh!
The rhythm of joy and all of that!
Nan's
electrifying beats, not quite enough to do anything. Gear and Ven, the two of them destroyed. So will be the top T2. Absolute Zero, shredded Team Evil.
And the flanking maneuver coming in from Vincent is not yet. Oh, the yin-yang!
That is a chain reaction that we want to see, but unfortunately Vincent a little bit too far forward and been staggered again. Gear and Ven can come back, but they wouldn't have Vincent.
What just happened here? Team Evil right now being picked off time and time again, trying to defend top side, the middle lane as well. But man, the Nine Tails is just super strong there. Even though Vincent, we've seen so far diversion play.
Hey! Nada! Salas got caught in the diversion play, but never mind. Salas actually did manage to pop off with the crossbow of Tang, and she's up in the sky. They really went it, and they completely flipped the script. Boji flickers on forward, and with that all said, it is 4-man wipeout. We've got the mid lane crashed right down, and with a single ballista, they want to end this game, and they will.
Oh man, Team Evil! Ding 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 ding.
That is a very good diversion.
Yes.
However, one thing that I think none of the players expected was just how fast that weakness has been popped. Immediately, this chunk of HP went up into the sky and turned the tides.
Yeah, but the counterplay, the power of Lucas. Now, the power of Lucas. They initiated first, right?
Yes.
Always Team Evil initiates the team fight there with the...
Lucas played nothing in a fine fight.
Exactly.
Nothing at all.
Oh, there's nothing there, but
yeah,
how they managed to... Oh, man. Salas
I
with the 1-1 as well.
honestly, I think we might be able to get a replay on
Yeah,
that
yeah,
in a
yeah.
bit, but I think that it is a lot of things just combined as one. I think Salas played a big part unlocking the crossbow of Tank to really turn the tides, especially since the front lines of Evil actually don't have a lot of things to work with.
Yeah.
Powerful is more of a setup tool.
Hmm.
Gear would more or less be the one that tanks. But same thing as always, we talked about it before, in order for CC to be great, you
There you
really
go.
need to deal enough damage. So you see, up into the sky, slowly, one after another. This is nothing. This is absolutely nothing for Salas. He just caught it. So, yes, Absolute Zero, the rest of the members came in on time and really helped them out.
Yep.
And or rather, really helped Salas out by bruising the opponents down even more and more, just so that Salas can get that final hit. Because it's so important to get the final hit
Yeah.
to refresh it and go to the
Activate.
next person.
Yes, correct. Yeah, I thought that was Team Evil's team fight to win. They
It's
managed.
supposed to be
They managed to pick off.
micro
Ah.
mechanics.
Ah.
I mean, okay, to be fair, some of the people will say like, just press ulti only one.
No, man.
Technically,
Yeah.
you know, yes but no, right? Yes but no, but
You need to time the yin yang overturn. To
I
be
think
honest,
not.
yeah.
I think not only that, you know, during the heat of that moment, when you got caught, you need to use the second skill to purify, dash away, or rather hop away, throw your first skill in the exact same spot so that you are able to break those weaknesses in order to unlock. Any small little mistakes or any small little wrong thing,
Yeah,
such
can
as
cut.
accidentally tapping it,
Can cut that.
yeah,
Yeah, I understand.
that's game.